Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to Apple Cottage. This is Sandy, and I am Suburban Homesteader. And just welcome to a blustery day in Wyoming. I was really hoping that the weatherman would be right and the temperatures were going to rise up, but it's 34 degrees again. It wasn't windy at all this morning, and so it was really pretty nice. But the winds come up, and I thought I just really need to transplant these Italian red bell peppers. So I'm just going to do it anyway. Even though it's cold, I'm going to do it. And I like to just fill my paper pot with a whole bunch of seeds. And this is a new variety for me. I haven't ever grown it before. I've grown lots of red bell peppers, but not this Italian version. And so I have a whole tray ready to pot up. And let me show you that. It's got paper pots and some plastic pots that I just had. I'm trying to get away from plastic, as you know, but I'm certainly not going to throw something that's usable away. I'm going to use it and use it and use it until I really have to throw it away. So what I do is I'm literally just going to tear this paper pot apart. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see as I'm planting. And we'll talk about peppers. Now, when I'm transplanting, I just break apart this paper pot, and I'm just going to set it right over here. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of roots. And so I'm not going to touch the stem. I'm just going to pick it up by the leaves and just kind of tease it away. So you can see all of that root system this little tiny plant has. And I'm just going to make a hole. And I'm going to set that right in there. I'll push it around and press it down. Now when I fill these pots, I don't pack it down at all. It's just very loose because I know that the water, when I pour it on, will pack it down. And so I'm just going to go one after another. I'm just making holes in either the plastic or the paper pot. Now, these paper pots are biodegradable, but what I found, depending on the springtime, sometimes it takes a lot longer to biodegrade, and so a lot of times I will just rip it apart, plant it, and I'll just throw this in the compost bin. But as you can see, all we're going to do is take it by the leaves, kind of shake it, and plant it in there. And we're going to just press it around, kind of mounding up so you don't even see that stem anymore. And as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plants in that paper pot. Now, one of the reasons why I put so many in a paper pot is because some seeds won't germinate, and I'm not wasting a cell or a pot for an individual plant that didn't come up. And both of these sizes are great sizes for repotting, because I won't actually plant these outside until the end of May, because last year we had 11 inches of snow at the end of May. And so I am not going to plant any of my tender plants out before then. But it's just a process. I'm just going to continuously just tease those roots out, make a hole, and place it in there and press and firm up that soil around the plant. Now, peppers are in the nightshade. Same with potatoes, tomatoes, and several other plants. Now, if you have a plant, a pepper or a tomato or something that is diseased, don't put that in your compost pile, unless your compost really heats up. Now, it's not that I throw it in the trash can. I just put it in a separate pile and just let those slowly biodegrade, and I don't use that soil at all until 2 or 3 years down the road. Just in case there's any bacteria or viruses living in there. Now, this is my very last one out of this pot. And see how it'll just literally go through the paper. So let's make one more hole. I'm going to press that down, and then I'm going to use the soil again. I'm going to sprinkle it around all my different plants so I'm not wasting any of it. These plants are really healthy looking. Oh, look at there. A seed. Or a rock, one of the two. Who knows? It almost looks like a pawpaw seed that probably didn't germinate last year. So I was just reusing that soil. Okay, now this paper pot will go in the compost pile. Now you have an option. I could put little tags in every single one of these, but I'm not going to. I find that a waste of tags. And everything in this tray is going to be pots. So let me grab another one that needs repotted. Now this one is a yellow bell pepper. And these are actually seeds that I saved from last year, from a yellow pepper that I actually got at the store. So I'm going to set that over to the side, and just like the other ones, I'm picking it up by the leaves. I'm making a hole. We're pressing it. And I'm just going to continue to do that. And then we'll be back when I come to water. Now, as you can see, I have them all potted up. And so I have 3 varieties that I did today. King of the North, Italian Red, and Yellow Bell. All of them bell peppers. I do have some empty ones here that I have some that aren't quite big enough for me to repot yet. So I'm just going to take my watering can, and I like to fill this watering can up and then just let it sit for a day or two because it comes out of the hose. And I'm just going to water those in well. And that will settle the soil. It'll close up any air spaces. And I don't want to overwater these because it is still cold out. Though in the hoop house right now, it's about 60 degrees, the thermometer says. I think it feels more like about 50 degrees. But these will just sit and settle down. And with the warmer weather coming, they will really send forth, and with them repotted, I can fertilize them with some fish emulsion. So I'll wait till that warms up in a couple days and we'll be able to do that. So I'm going to move those peppers over to the shelf that's behind me, and they will just sit until about the end of May before I plant them outside. Not that I couldn't plant them under a cover, but peppers do not like cold nights. They can withstand cooler temperatures during the day, but they do not like cool nights. And you will find that when you're growing your peppers, if you have really warm days, but then every night it really cools down, which is great for us when we're sleeping, but peppers, they will not grow like they would otherwise. So if it looks like even after I plant them at the end of May, we're going to still have cool nights, below 50. If that's the case, I will cover them every single night so that they stay warmer. And I will just have more production that way. So this is Sandy at Apple Cottage. I hope you enjoyed just this little talk about transplanting peppers into bigger containers while we wait for springtime to come. So give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with the world, and I will see you again.